Sarah, you've got this, okay?
You can be amazing, you can turn a phrase into a weapon or a drug. You can be the outcast, to be the backlash of somebody's lack of love. But I wonder what would happen if you say what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to say you've been brave. What you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to say you've been brave.
But they lost.
Not really. Not where it counts.
Sarah, you've got this, okay?
You can be amazing, you can turn a phrase into a weapon or a drug. You can be the outcast, to be the backlash of somebody's lack of love. But I wonder what would happen if you say what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to say you've been brave. What you want to say.
But they lost.
Not really. Not where it counts.
Good morning. I am Eugenia Kekeli.
And I am Kojo Carl.
This is Family Morning, and
And
it's
it's
a
a
fresh
fresh
day.
day.
Today we have a special lineup for you, starting with Word for the Family.
Where we give you some encouraging and motivational words to help get you through the day.
Next up, Today in History.
Where we go back in time and look at some significant days and just reflect on them in the present.
Right after that, Inventions and Innovations.
Looking at those devices and appliances and seeing how they came to be and their importance in our everyday life.
And finally, Info Minutes.
Some tips and tricks to get you through those circumstances and situations that you may find yourself in.
Well, we'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Family Morning, and it's a fresh day. Now, today, under Word for the Family, we have a quote that would inspire you, something to help you along with your day. And like we've been saying, keep notes of these quotes. Share them with your friends, share them with your family, and, talk to us about whether or not the quotes are helping you. Maybe some have related to some things that, you've had to deal with in the course of the week. And you can share them all on our social media platforms. That's Family Morning GH or Family Social GH on all social media platforms, or on YouTube at FamilyTube GH. You can also visit our website at www.familytvghana.com. Kojo Carl, take us away.
So today's word of the family is: the bond that links your true family is not one of blood, but of respect and joy in each other's life, said by Richard Bach.
Wow.
Powerful.
Wow. And it's interesting. We've been talking about bonds and ties throughout
Yeah.
the week, more or less. And I like the fact that it says it's not necessarily of blood, which is a point we've made several times on Family Morning, that, you know, it's not only the family you're born into, but the family that you make,
That you create
know,
for
that you
yourself.
create for yourselves. Exactly. So it's lovely to see that he says respect and joy,
Yeah.
you know, are the things that really bond us. I would have said love. I wouldn't have, especially respect. I don't think a lot of people think family and think, oh, respect is what keeps us together. What's your view on that?
I think love is not enough, but it's definitely a core thing, because with respect and joy, I feel like they go perfectly hand in hand. Respect is like, all right, I see you and I acknowledge, you know, certain integrities about you that I feel like are very important to keep around me. And then the
Right.
joy aspect is like, I'm happy. Anytime I see you, I'm smiling. Like,
Right.
that's good. Like, it's always good vibes. So with love is also very important. But if you don't have respect and joy, you can love somebody, you know, but not necessarily respect them or have joy because of
them
one or two
the
things.
respect.
Yeah.
Right. But for me, my main thing about respect is the fact that it goes both ways, right? And that's something we don't always see in the family. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of people within the family structure might demand respect, but don't necessarily give respect. Even among siblings, you know, the older sibling might, you know, demand respect from his
Yeah,
younger
that's
sibling or
very
her
true.
younger siblings, but not necessarily give them that respect as well, which is a thing in our society that, you know, we need to work on
Yeah.
and address, right? Everyone is worthy of respect.
Yeah.
I would say respect until proven otherwise,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So if and even then, even if the person proves to you that, you know, they are not worthy of that respect, it's a good image on you, or it's a good reflection on your integrity as a person if you're still able to afford them some modicum of respect, you know, despite their actions
Yeah.
towards you.
Because definitely it's a mutuality thing. Like, as you give, you hope to also receive.
Exactly.
So the more respect you give someone, you can only hope they give you that same respect and same joy that you put onto them. And you hope
That's right.
it's replicated.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And I think it's easier to reciprocate than to give off when there's nothing to work with,
Yeah.
right? So it's easier, again, in the case of, say, siblings of different ages, it's easier from the younger one to learn that respect from the older sibling, right? And once they learn that, you know, they also find it easier to give it to you. But if you're always demanding it from them without, like, showing them what it looks like, or showing them what it would be like, you know, to be given that respect, it makes it difficult for them to reciprocate. And of course, this works with other family dynamics, and, like we said, family you make, your friends.
Yeah.
Right? Do you think that respect is something that people put a lot of significance on in friendships?
I feel like it's under thought about. It's not something that
Yeah.
instantly comes up. Like with friends, it's like, yeah, let's chill, let's just have
Exactly.
vibes. But then to the core of the friendship, there's not much focus placed on it, because with friends, you feel like these are my peers. Not necessarily there's no hierarchy. You don't place any necessary hierarchy.
Right.
But with the respect necessarily saying there's no hierarchy, but there's a mutual understanding and yeah, a mutual understanding just amongst people.
Right.
And yeah.
But I think, you know, with the friend, like, for instance, in a friendship, there's such a thing as respecting your friend's boundaries,
Yes.
right? So there's such a thing about respecting your friend's choices, respecting your friend's lifestyle.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, there's room, like, if you're objecting that you're doing something like engaging in a lifestyle that's negative, there's, of course, that room for you as a friend to talk to them,
Yeah.
right? But there's also room for just the common respect. Don't judge them, or, you know, be prejudiced against them.
Yeah.
So there's definitely room in friendship for respect. We have to consider if we are respecting our friends. you
Yeah,
know.
definitely.
There are so many people coming to mind that I want to call out right now.
In your
Those who are
mi-
not respecting me. Yeah,
They need to,
I want to show them over here.
They need to
Mention
step
their
up.
names.
They need to
Yeah.
step up.
They need to step up their game.
Because that's how it is.
Yeah, I mean, but it's something that we go to learn,
We go
right?
to
We
learn
live to
about it.
learn. So as we're going on, we'll learn how to inculcate things like respect and joy
Yeah.
in each other's lives. And that's the thing that really links us. That's the thing that really bonds us.
Yeah.
Because, hey, if I'm having fun, if I'm having joy every time I see you or engage with you, I definitely want more of that. I definitely
Yeah.
want to do that continuously.
Because
Yeah.
especially in like the blood family, let's say the blood family, I feel like there's an expectation of respect most of the times, like just because this person is this person,
Right.
you're elder, like you have to
Yes.
command respect.
And that's the African system that
Yeah.
we work with, and it definitely has the positive side to it.
Yeah.
It definitely has some merit, but over the years we've seen it being detrimental
Yeah.
to quite a few relationships in the family. But in our family, you
Yeah.
know, we've been very respectful. You know, with the time that we've been given in 8 years. We have respected you, we've respected ourselves, and we have been consistent with giving you safe TV for the whole family. We're talking, of course, of Family TV's anniversary, 8-year anniversary, and we want to celebrate it in a big
Exactly.
way. But here's the thing, we're a family, right? And
Yeah.
so we don't want to celebrate by ourselves. We want you to come on board. We want you to join us from the 1st to the 3rd of September at Accra City Hotel. It's going to be a wonderful 3 days.
Wonderful.
Please make sure you make it for at least 2 out of those 3 days. Like, don't miss out on this. Bring your family, bring your kids. In fact, invite the entire neighborhood around you. You know, it's a family celebration. Come along. Let's enjoy ourselves. Speaking of enjoying ourselves, we have family vacations as well. We are going to Singapore and also to Universal Studios. It's going to be fun. I haven't been to Singapore before, but I only hear good things about it. I've only ever heard good things about it. You know how some countries are there?
Yeah.
Somebody, you want to visit that country, somebody be like,
Yeah, but Singapore, the rep.
always heard good things about
Yeah.
that. So make sure to sign up with Singapore with Family Vacations. Join the Premium Club for Family Vacations so that you can go with us to Singapore and to the Universal Studios.
Yeah.
With obviously a lot of beautiful side attractions. Now, you know, we've been talking about these family vacations for a while, right? And of course, we're planning on going to Singapore. But if there's somewhere that you would like to go to that you know you are interested in visiting, you can also speak to us on our social media platforms. You know, we'll see what we can do about it. We'll
Yeah,
see what we
'cause
can do
definitely
about
there's a
it,
world
right?
out there.
And so on our every social media platform, we're Family Morning GH or Family Social GH. On YouTube, we are Family Tube GH, and you can also visit our website at www.familytvghana.com. We want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Accra City Hotel, Family Depot, Family Expo, Family Cakes, Family Vacations, Thai Swag, Urban Cognitive, and Classy Blush Saloon. Kudos to you. We're here because of your graciousness, and you know we appreciate you. We'll be going on a short music break, and then we'll be right back.
Jehovah, we give you praise. Your name be magnified. Your name be glorified. Hallelujah. Jehovah, we give you praise. Your name be glorified. to praise your holy name until the time we'll leave this place. Hallelujah. Jehovah, we worship you, we magnify your name. From the rising of the sun until it's going down, you alone remain God. Glorious in holiness. We sing hallelujah, hallelujah to the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. The Lord strong and mighty, you reign in majesty, victorious are you. We bless you, Jesus. Yes,
Welcome back. This is Family Mornings, and it's
a fresh day.
Right now, coming up is Today in History, where we go back into the past, look at some significant moments, just analyze what was done then and how it's still with us till this very day, and just explore, go down memory lane.
Yeah, going down memory lane, that's actually a good way to put it.
Exactly.
And, one of the things that I think of sometimes is, we don't really talk about how that history is affecting our current situation. But I'm sure we'll look a bit more into that today, because I mean, of course, history influences the future, which is our present.
Exactly.
Which is our present. So we'll be doing that today. Now, the first thing that we will be discussing happened on this day in the year 1978.
Yeah.
Now, this is a thing that, you know, a lot of, so different countries have done and are credited for.
Yeah.
But I've never really seen why it was made a big deal,
Yeah.
right? So I see it in the news. I'm like, and like, okay, so like, what should we do about it, right?
Yeah.
Don't get lost. All we're talking about is going to space, going into space.
Going
And so
into
today
space.
in 1978, Sigmund Jähn was the first German to go into space. And here's my thing. I get that, you know, going into space is cool.
Yeah.
Right. But I don't see why, like, because he was literally treated as a national hero.
Yeah.
You know, for it. So I feel like maybe I need to read up on what it takes to go into space.
Yeah.
Because for me, it doesn't really seem like such a great, huge accomplishment. Like, you know,
Yeah.
first German to go to space.
I think after it was done once, you know, after, you know, was it Neil Armstrong or so?
Yes.
Then every other country's like, no, let's
We-
also have our first person that's been there.
Right.
And you know, when I was looking at it, and I was like, it's crazy how long, because he spent 7 days, 20 hours, and 49 minutes in space. I'm like, what are you doing up there this whole time? I mean, apart from, I get those who go up there and try and build like those air space stations.
Right, the
and stuff.
satellites and things.
Yeah, but those who just fly, park, okay.
And just like
take
observe.
take a selfie with the Earth, and then come back. I mean, it's a lot of time up there, but at the same time, it's an adventure,
It's
I
a
guess.
lot. I can't imagine. Like, would you just like be reading books
Yeah.
and just be floating around, be like, hey, this is what anti-gravity feels like.
I don't know, but at the rate that technology is developing, soon they'll be offering, you know, round trips to space. Would you go? If they
I
said
don't
it's
know
5
if I would
cities,
go.
everyone, 5
Five
cities.
cities, I would go.
Yeah,
5
Yanko.
cities, I go.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like this is why we don't have a first Ghanaian in space yet. Because like it's so expensive. All for what?
Yeah.
I'll come and tell my village people that I've entered space. They'll be like, and I will go here there. Like, what did you go and do?
Exactly.
there?
They'll be like,
you
nah,
know.
and what? And now what?
And exactly, and now what? Like, but I mean, they do experiments as well.
Yeah.
They do some explorations, try and check some orbits and things. To be honest, I don't know too much about what it is that they do exactly when they
Yeah.
go to space. But they train for a very long time
Very
before they're
long
able to
time.
go. You have to learn how to eat, how to visit the washroom, how to get dressed. Like, you have to really learn all of these things because you're going to do them in a place that does not have gravity for majority of the time, you know. So it's just weird. I'm like learning how to eat, how to write.
Yeah.
You know.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
But
it's a lot.
the one I can't imagine is when you come back. Like, what's that feeling like when gravity starts pulling you down again?
I wonder that internal change of I
You
don't know.
know.
I can only imagine.
It'll be very upsetting for me because have you ever had this thing happen to you where like you're on the couch, you're relaxed, you know, it's a lazy day, you're feeling good,
Yeah.
and you need something and it's far away from you, like a little far, you can't stretch out and reach it.
Yeah.
It's a little far away from you.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I wish I could extend my hand.
Yeah,
like,
you wish.
I wish I could. So I imagine that in space,
Yeah.
it won't take much effort. I just like float over.
Just float
I just float
to
over.
everything. I can only imagine it. Yeah.
I'll just float over to the objects that I need
Yeah.
and, you know, pick it up, float back to wherever I want to be.
It would be nice.
Secure myself in the
It would be
chair.
so nice.
Come on.
Yeah.
And then you come back to Earth and you have to get up and walk everywhere again.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
it's a whole dilemma.
That was very annoying for me. But space exploration is really advancing. I mean, now we don't have just NASA sending people to space or just national bodies.
Yeah.
Private people like Elon Musk and
know, right?
I hear there's another person also. But they're literally like more people are going into
Yeah.
space and exploring the other planets and making plans. You know, people are talking about building vacation homes in space.
Exactly.
Listen, I don't know if I even want to live to
Yeah.
see that, but if it does happen, I'll wait for my fans to sponsor me then, because I don't see myself spending money on that.
And neither do
When-
I.
when- maybe family vacations will do something like that.
Maybe,
We'll see.
maybe.
We'll see. We'll
But
see.
enough about space. Let's come back to Earth and let's talk about what people have done on Earth.
Okay.
So on this day in 1907, Houdini, a worldwide famous magician,
Right. Yeah.
he did something very interesting. He said, "Let me tie myself up in chains, jump into water, and try and escape." So that's
this
crazy.
is not an African person. You can tell he
But
doesn't have any African blood in him.
But he did it though. That's all. I mean,
Okay.
I'm trying to imagine, like, if I was locked in a chain, I don't know. Maybe it's some trick they played on us, but he did it.
So he has that career of being like an escapist
Yeah.
or an escape artist, right? And for me, the challenge I find with that sort of career, which is why I don't want to give it too much hype, is that it gets old quickly, and so you have to like keep amping up the danger with every new act
Yeah.
that you do. So if we had your hands tied up and your feet tied up, and you managed to escape from that, you
Yeah.
do it 3 times, people are like,
Yeah, they get
we've
old,
seen
they
it.
get sick of
Do
it.
more,
Yeah,
and then
do
now you
more.
get to a point where you literally tie yourself up and throw yourself into the ocean.
Yeah, it's dangerous. Definitely,
Very
definitely
dangerous. But it's amazing that he did it in under a minute. I
Yeah.
hear like 57 seconds
Yep.
to be specific.
Yeah.
Within 57 seconds, he escaped. He was able to remove the
Free himself
chains.
from the chains, come back up.
That
like,
requires some dexterity that I
Yeah.
know for sure I don't have.
Yeah,
Like
I
I
don't have it.
trip over the flat surface.
yeah, I get uncomfortable even just being in a small space for too long, like, let
Right.
alone be chained. Like,
You're giving me so many more ideas for this prank.
well, we'll see
So many
when the
ideas,
time comes.
So many ideas. Please, we're still waiting to hear from you. If you want us to do a prank section or a prank segment, please let us know. Like, I'm very eager. I'm very excited to
Yeah.
do it. And, I keep getting good ideas from my lovely friend. Kojoka is just helping me out. But, one last thing we have to talk about, which is quite important
Yeah.
and has been relevant till date, it happened in 1920, right? And it was when, the 19th Amendment had been passed, and so this day, 28th August, was to celebrate the 19th Amendment being passed.
Yeah.
Right. And oh gosh, I can't even imagine what that time must have been like.
Yeah, because the 19th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution is it was long overdue. Finally, giving women the right to vote, giving them the equal rights.
Exactly.
It was long overdue because they've been pressing for it since the 1800s. So it's like, why so long
It took
for a basic
so
right?
long,
Yeah.
so long to just decide like, oh yeah, women also have the capacity to make decisions like who should govern them.
Yeah.
How did it take so long to come to that conclusion? I feel like this should not have to be a discussion. Like,
Yeah.
it should be evident. It's when I hear some of these things, I don't know how I don't even know how to react, because like I feel like if I was in that time period, I would
Yeah.
have been a very good activist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd have been a very good activist. I don't do the whole billboard thing, holding billboards and walking around. I feel like that's too much physical activity for me.
And so your style would be what?
I think mine would just be, I just take megaphone and be talking. I'm very good at
Okay.
talking. Yeah. So I can just see myself standing outside the law courts. I can talk the whole day. Trust me.
Okay.
So long as I have
see.
food and water.
Oh, then
listen,
you're good. You can
Nobody will
protest.
stop. I will protest from
For hours.
sun up to sundown. They will be sick. In fact, they will just change the law just because they are tired of my voice. It would have happened quicker. Trust me.
I can imagine
But
it.
yeah, I mean, it's great that they changed the amendment. They passed the amendment.
Yep.
And so today we celebrate Women's Equality Day. It's amazing, and the fact that it was pervasive in different countries as well. Like, it wasn't only in the U.S. that women weren't allowed to date. In a lots of different countries, women weren't allowed to vote.
Yeah. So yeah, so
it's
it
just-
set the train moving for others
Yeah, it
to
did.
follow.
But
Yeah.
like, it's just amazing. Like, why were all of them thinking that way? And it's the same thing. I have the same issue with some things like slavery or having to abolish some of the acts that have been abolished and all of those. Like, why did it take so long to become obvious that, oh hey, maybe this is not a good idea.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe this needs to change.
Aye.
Well, I mean, all we can say is thank you to all the women that, you know, like you
That
said,
pushed.
it took a very long time. So all the women that pushed during those times and periods and made sure that bills such as these were passed.
Yeah.
We celebrate you. Big ups to you. Big ups.
Big
to
ups. Big ups.
you. Yeah. Gigantic ups at this
Gigantic
point.
ups.
Right. So we're moving on to inventions and innovation.
And innovations, the creations of the past that we're still using today, still enjoying. And I don't know what we would do without these things.
I actually don't know what we do without them, but I need to wish someone happy birthday before we move on.
All right, no problem.
She doesn't know me.
Ah,
She
she doesn't
probably
know you.
won't see this either. But happy birthday to Kiki Palmer.
Oh, my celebrity
That girl
crush.
has been Oh, really?
Kiki Palmer.
I
is-
would not have thought
no.
that.
Yeah, since I watched Akilah and the Bee back then as a kid, I said, nah, this
Man,
she's for me.
She has been consistent. Is what I like. You know, with all through all the roles she's done over the years.
Yeah.
She's armed up her acting skills and on when you watch her interviews and such, you see that she's not marred by, you know, like the whole Hollywood glitz and glamour. Like she maintains her identity, like
Yeah.
who she is. I just love her. She's the best. So happy birthday to Kiki
Kiki.
Palmer. Today's actually also the day that Mother Teresa was born. You
Mother
know,
Teresa herself.
that woman is a saint. Nobody can do what she did. I don't know anybody that's willing to like dedicate their entire life to the work that she did. But
You know, for years, when you hear the name Mother Teresa, at least for me, I thought she was like a British woman until I go and find out that she's actually Albanian Indian. And
well, I know she lived in India for a very long time. I don't know
Yeah.
if she actually had Indian origins.
that's the thing. I don't even like when I saw it, like it was slash like Albanian Indian origins, and I was like,
Right.
oh, okay, so that's dope. I mean, that's more diversity for her. That's great.
Hey.
That's what we need in the world.
Hey. Okay, so speaking of diversity, we want to talk about the contact lens, right?
Yes.
Contact lenses. And they were invented by Adolf Gaston Eugen Fick. See, you know what happened? I feel like his name was so long.
Yeah.
And he would have to like spell it out every time, and he has to like squint to see all the name. Like it's a long name, and he'll have like a small space to write it in. So he would like scribble it all into a tiny space, and you have to squint to see it. And then he was like, you know what? I'm going to invent contact lenses.
Definitely, that's a interesting perspective on the matter. But I mean, definitely, I think what he's done for people who hate glasses is definitely good.
Right.
Because I mean, I don't wear glasses, but I can imagine how annoying it would be to
have to
take
put
off
them
your
on,
glasses
yeah.
to go and do certain things like go running or
Exactly.
I don't know. So, but then now people even who don't necessarily need contacts wear them,
Wear
like the colored
them.
ones.
Yes,
so
the colored
it's also added that aesthetic.
But it always looks so scary, like watching them put on the contacts.
Yeah,
lens.
it looks uncomfortable.
I don't know that I could do that.
Yeah.
It looks very scary. I don't like anything coming near my eyes.
Yeah, it
To be honest.
Yeah.
It just looks very, very scary to see them. Like, you know, the hand is going. I'm
It's
like,
going
no.
towards your eye. Like,
you know,
no, keep it
aren't
away.
you scared? Like,
Yeah, but it looks dope. I've seen
That's
yellow,
definitely-
red, and it
Yeah,
just- yeah.
so I had a friend in SHS,
Mm-hmm.
and for one whole semester, she managed to fool everyone into thinking she had blue eyes.
Yeah.
Because she used to wear blue-colored contact lenses.
Mm-hmm.
So we all thought, you know, hey, Charlie, some mixed race. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? Like some
Yeah.
Michael Ealy kind of vibe.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
understand? Yeah.
So,
and
yeah.
I mean, it looked good on her. It looked
Yeah.
good on her. Like, I can't hate.
Yeah,
Well, I
exactly.
can, but you know.
So it's just very interesting, the idea, the concept to come up with this thing. Like, I don't even know how
Yeah.
they manufacture it. I understand glasses. They make a glass and then they tune it to your sight's
Right.
requirements. But now to make it even smaller, because a contact lens is so thin.
It is.
So
It
how they able
is.
to
It's-
manufacture
and
that?
It's almost membranous. Like
Yes.
again, it's true. Like I come to think of it, what did he was like? How would he decide on what material to use? Because it's the
Yeah,
eye, you
it's
know,
the
and it's
eye. You have to
quite
be
a
careful.
sensitive organ.
Yeah.
And you can't just put anything in it.
Anything, no.
That's actually I never even stopped to think about, you know,
Yeah.
coming up with the material to make the lens.
Yeah.
Wow.
Definitely.
That'd have been
And also on this same day, back then, Alan Emtich, okay,
okay.
he came up with the search engine.
Ah,
And I don't have to speak about how important that is today, because right now, if you ask me
Yeah.
a question and I don't know, where am I turning to?
Google it. Google
I'm turning to
it.
Google, or if you want to be more fancy, some go to Bing. I mean, Bing has been
I
honestly.
Yahoo was also there for a while.
Yahoo was there in the beginning stages. In the beginning, Yahoo was a huge search engine until
man.
I don't know what happened, but now, yeah, others came to take over.
Oh, I know what happened.
Yeah, I mean, Google's obviously number one.
I mean,
Google it. Google it.
Google
That's
it.
what they say.
Google it,
Google it.
you
And
know.
it's now become a everyday term.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. So for a lot of young people, that's the only search engine they know of
Yeah.
is Google because
Exactly.
they've been dominant. Yeah, but big ups to him, thinking of it and like putting it together.
Putting
I
it
can't
together.
imagine because even sometimes when I look at how Google works and the way they're able to pull information
Yeah.
from anywhere,
From anywhere.
I tell you, I found a recipe for red bread
Yeah.
in tree.
Oh,
on
nice.
Google. In tree. And I hadn't switched like language settings or anything. It was just that they had mentioned some spices in English and I didn't know how to tell the market woman I want rosemary. Like I felt like she won't know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
So I was trying to like get the spice name in tree. It came, they listed everything out. I'm like, this is such a great search engine.
Exactly.
And it's an awesome thing that he came up with. Like you said, it's relevant till this very day, till this very minute. It's
And
very
yeah,
good. It's
because
a good
personally,
tool.
also for me, it's just that it's made me not feel alone on certain questions. Because I have some weird questions that I feel like I'm the only person that has these questions. But when I go to
Lord.
Google and I start typing and it starts
And
giving
you
suggestions,
see,
I'm like, who
People
else
are
is
actually
thinking of this?
asking of
So yeah,
that helps.
I
yeah,
feel,
I
I don't
have
feel
those
alone.
2 a.m. thoughts too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I saw this one about why is your finger called fingertips?
Yeah.
And then your
Your toes-
toes are called. I don't know. I've forgotten what it was. But it was a weird question, right? And I was just thinking about it's like, why is that we have these called? No. So your toenails and then your fingertips. There was something about your toenails and then your fingertips, right? And it was just like a complex question.
Yeah.
Like, who came up with this? And
Yeah.
there are some words that I see and I'm like, who thought of this word?
Thought of this,
Like,
and
who
then-
was there one day and was like, let's use this to describe this situation moving forward, you
But
know?
thankful
Yeah.
for search engines.
We thank search
Thank
engines,
you.
right? Oh, like this expression, saved by the bell.
Yeah.
So I found out that it was because during, there was this, I think it was the Black Plague, a lot of people were having death-like symptoms, right? So it looked like they were dead, right? And then, they'll get buried because in that time and age, they didn't have the appropriate apparatus to check if the person's heartbeat was completely gone, right? So they would bury the person, and then later on, some people from the mortuary were finding out that they would come and find like nail scratches on the coffins,
Yeah.
because the people hadn't actually died. And so sometimes, when they had a little energy, they were trying to claw their way out. So what the invention they came up with at the time was to put a rope in the person's hand that was attached to the bell outside of their coffin.
Yeah.
So if they buried you and you weren't actually dead and you were revived enough to pull the rope, the bell will ring outside, and you'll be saved by the bell.
Saved by the bell.
Saved by the bell.
I would have never thought that was the origin.
It was such a wild story, and the fact that it comes from such morbid origins and we
Yeah.
use it for
Yeah,
such,
light things,
like
yeah.
common things in our everyday life is amazing. But this is why we do inventions and innovations.
Exactly.
Just give you a little idea into
the
where
history.
things originated
Exactly.
from. Exactly. But we want to also talk about our own sort of innovation. We brought to you Family TV. We've given you Safe Television for the past 8 years. Come celebrate with us. Come enjoy with us. Come. Let's have fun together.
Let's
Let's
vibe.
Family Expo is being done in appreciation for this anniversary, and it is happening from the 1st to the 3rd of September this year. Please do come around. It's at Accra City Hotel. We're going to have a lot of vendors there, a lot of kid-friendly merchandise. So come around with your children, your nieces, your nephews. Bring everyone on board. Let's have fun. Let's engage, and let's enjoy ourselves.
Let's
right?
enjoy.
Let's enjoy ourselves.
Let's enjoy.
It's very necessary.
Yeah.
So please keep talking to us on our social media. On any social media platform, we are Family Morning Ghana, Family Social GH. On any social media platform, we're either Family Morning GH or Family Social GH. And you can also watch us on YouTube at FamilyTube GH, or visit our website at www.familytvghana.com.
Yeah.
Before we go on this last break, we want to say thank you to all our sponsors: Accra City Hotel, Family Depot, Family Cakes, Family Vacation, Family Expo, Thai Swag, Urban Cognitive, Classy Blush Saloon. We say kudos to you. And please, if you're a sponsor out there and you want to hop on board and join our family, you're more than welcome. Kindly contact any number on the screen that you can see, and we will attend to you. We'll be right back.
You can't see.
Oh, Max, you broke it. No, don't do that. Bad boy.
Find out what we're made of. When we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3. I'll be there.
Welcome back to Family Morning.
It's a fresh day.
Now, continuing, I want to go into info minutes where basically we give you tips and tricks on how to get through certain circumstances, certain situations that you may or may not find yourself in the course of the day, the week, the month, the year, the eternity. I think I skipped century, but you get the gist. So, Eugenia.
So today we're doing tips on how to build your confidence.
Yep.
Listen, this is something that you need everywhere, in your workplace, even if you're building a career for yourself, in your family life, in your love life. It's just a really good tip to have, and especially in the love life. I hear women are more attracted to confident, males. So, yeah, awesome. Okay, and I mean, like he said, these tips are to help you through different circumstances and different situations. But don't be stingy with them. Let your friends also in on it. Let them watch us on FamilyTube GH. At least they should come and watch this segment and, learn how to, be confident. It really goes a long way. Even in interviews, when you're interviewing for a job, confidence will push you a long way, right?
Yeah.
Now, the first tip, some people would actually say is the opposite of what they would think being confident is, right? And it's just being kind to yourself.
Yeah, definitely. It's a starting point.
Just be kind to yourself, right? And lots of times we're not kind to ourselves, and our thoughts towards ourselves are not very nice, I saw this video once where the gentleman was admonishing us that, some of the things we think about ourselves, we would never say to another person. Like you do something wrong and you're like, oh, I'm such a failure, I'm stupid, or this was so dumb, or, and we insult ourselves. And if anybody else had made that mistake, we wouldn't be as harsh to them, right? So be kind to yourself, because the more you continue to be down on yourself or say negative things to yourself, you would you bring down your confidence, you bring down your trust in yourself, right? But as you're being kind to yourself, you're saying good things to yourself, you're encouraging yourself. Yeah, it builds your confidence. You can step out, in a good mood, because you look at yourself in the morning like, what? I'm looking beautiful today.
Exactly.
Your confidence will go up.
Because these words of affirmation that you give to yourself build you up. Because when you constantly in your mind tell yourself these negative things like I'm not worth anything, or I'm a failure, what you do is you're just constantly destroying what you're trying to build. It just constantly, you lose confidence, you lose self-esteem in yourself. And so when you're kind with yourself, first and foremost, you become your own friend. First of all, you become your own friend that is constantly in the back of your mind, just telling you that you can't do this, you can't be that. And it starts here. It starts in the heart.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's very nice. I think that what I would say for this is that, you can put the hashtag be kind to yourself. One that's a trend today, just be kind to yourself. Hashtag be kind to yourself.
Hashtag be kind to yourself.
Oh, so we're singing now?
Yeah, small
That's what we're
melodies
doing.
always.
You have not finished your voice and the song. You have not finished gathering ladies. You want to come and add singing to the repertoire?
I'm just being kind to myself. Singing makes me happy. I'm just following the steps.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the next tip is to go outside your comfort zone, right?
Yeah.
Go outside your comfort zone, and it's something I don't think we explore enough. You know, we usually get used to being good at one thing,
Yeah.
and we closet ourselves in that area when we actually could be multi-talented. We actually could have the ability to do a lot more, but because we limit ourselves to the first thing we got good at, we don't build confidence in all these other areas.
Yeah, definitely. To grow is to put yourself in a situation where you gotta learn more, definitely to adapt to your new surroundings or new situations. So go outside your comfort zone. It'll definitely be uncomfortable, hence the term. But that's where you find that, hey, that's one of the best confidence boosters, because you're like,
Right.
I don't think I can do that, but let me try it. And then you succeed, bam.
Exactly. That's
Confidence
very
boosted.
true. That's
Yeah.
very true. Well, here's the. I'm not going to try this. I already know I'm bad at it. Okay, let me use an example of something I am good at. Right. So, I read a lot. Right. I'm an avid reader and I read a lot, and I write a bit as well. Right. But I've never really been confident about my writing because it's some way. It's a sensitive area. Right.
Okay.
We're doing deep truths here.
Okay.
Right. But from a couple of friends encouraging me and pushing me to put together some pieces or to put together some work for them or with them, I started to develop, and you write something and somebody else reads it and they're like, oh, this is very good, or this blessed me this way, or this
Yeah.
helped me in that other way. And just hearing that, the next time you put pen to paper, you're not, the insecurities are always going to be there, but now you have replies for them, so to speak. You're able to say, you know what? No, I've actually done this a couple of times.
Yeah.
I'm good at it. I'm getting even better at it, and you build confidence up in that way.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's a great way. So another thing that you can do is to make a list of positive qualities.
Yeah.
A list. I think that's a
Break
good
it
thing.
down one by
Yeah.
one, what you're good at, what's good, what do you see good about yourself, and then just embrace it.
Exactly, embrace it. Right. I think we're more used to getting negative feedback than positive feedback,
Yeah.
especially in our setting. From the way we are taught, both at home and at school,
Yeah.
you're more likely to get oh, you didn't do this right. This is wrong. This is not done enough. This is you shouldn't have done this at all. Than okay. So I think the best way to go about giving someone a criticism is to start off with what they did get right.
Yeah.
And then follow up with what you think they can improve on. Right. And so if you are introducing that, then the person is able to take the criticism better, and it doesn't develop into an insecurity for the person, right? But that's just by the way. The main point here is to make a list, and make it an active list. If you must, don't put it on your phone. Put it pen and paper.
Yeah.
Maybe get it printed out even.
Yeah,
you
tape
know,
it up somewhere.
Exactly. Stick it up on
Visualize
a
it,
wall. Yeah. You read it to yourself every morning before you step out. It makes a great difference to hear your own words back
Yeah.
to yourself. But don't lie to yourself too.
Yeah, so at the same time, be realistic
know,
with yourself. Be
yeah.
honest with yourself above all else. Know that I can't dance, but I want to learn to dance. That's different. But then know that, okay, I'm really good at singing. Put it down and then be
I feel like this personal experience.
oh, it's personal experience.
So you don't know how to dance?
Not according to other people.
No, wait.
I personally-
No. So do you know how to dance or not?
I know how to dance in my mind, which means to myself, I'm the best dancer in the world. That's part of confidence. Okay.
No.
I don't know.
No, that's not confidence. That's self-delusion.
It's affirming to yourself the possibilities of what you can achieve. And in my mind, I am the best dancer.
No, so like you said, realistically, you're not the best dancer, but you are working on being a better dancer. That's more like it.
Okay, this is a very sensitive topic for me. So maybe dancing wasn't the best example because that's non-debatable. I'm a very good
Don't
dancer.
worry, I'll teach you, I'll
yes.
teach you, I'll teach you.
But yes,
Don't
just realistic qualities about yourself, and then as you visualize
Like
them,
dancing.
you constantly reaffirm and embrace them to yourself. So,
Right.
yeah.
No, we'll do dance party.
Don't worry.
I'll
and
show you
and
some
then
moves.
I'll portray them.
you're ready.
No problem. Oh.
But it's good to hear that you're not good at everything.
Oh yeah, I'm terrible at
Yeah.
some things. Yeah.
Yes, that's nice for me to hear.
Oh yeah.
Because it's annoying.
Oh yeah, because nobody's perfect. I think that's another thing. Some people strive to be
Right.
perfect, and that kills
Exactly.
confidence.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a great point as well. Don't be trying to get everything.
Yeah.
Just accept. Maybe if you can do this and you can't do that, that's fine. You might want to learn it, but if you don't become the best at it, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're not worth it, or like don't demean yourself because of it.
Yeah.
You'll be good at some things and you won't be good at some, but don't lose your confidence
Yeah,
because of
exactly.
that. Right.
Exactly.
Wow. So I think these are good tips.
These are
right?
very good tips.
Yeah, because I mean, imagine walking into an interview room and you finish reading out your affirmations to yourself. You've armed yourself up, like your good qualities.
Yeah, yeah.
Because sometimes the interviewer would ask you like, why should we hire you?
Yeah.
And there's this fake humility thing that has been ingrained in us as Ghanaians, where it's like I compliment you on something like, oh, you are very hardworking, or you are very kind, and like,
Oh, I did try.
I try.
Yeah.
Please no. If you're good at something, be affirmative about it. Like, come out with it. Like, yes, I'm good at this. I'm a good leader, right?
Yeah.
It's not prideful to say I'm a good leader if you are a good leader, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but like if you're a bad dancer and you say you're a good dancer.
Yeah.
not-
So affirm the truth. So if you can dance,
truth.
Charlie,
Only
don't
the
let don't let nobody tell you can't dance. If you know you can dance, I know I
No,
can dance.
no.
So,
Other people have to affirm it. It can't be just you. If not, we'll all be thinking we are the best.
agree to disagree.
No.
It's all part of the game.
I'm really enjoying myself. I'm really happy to hear this.
It's all part of the game. It's all part of it. All parts.
Very well.
We accept it like that.
Speaking of games, Family Expo is coming up from the 1st to 3rd of September at Accra City Hotel. We'll be having games, fun, education, informative, just wonderful stalls set up by different vendors and traders available here at Accra City Hotel. Available at Accra City Hotel to just help us enjoy and celebrate 8 years. 8 years is wow.
Years.
That's quite a while, of consistent safe TV for the whole family. And I mean, I want you to come on board. I want you to make sure that you're there. And another thing that you should be there for is family vacation. We are celebrating. As we're celebrating, we also want you to celebrate by yourself and also chill. Get some good snooze time, I would say.
Yeah.
Right. So we're
Yeah.
going to Singapore and Universal Studios. Please sign up. Join the premium club where you would get some percentage off and enjoy with us, right? And we want to say a big shout out, a big thank you to our sponsors: Family Depot, Family Cakes, Family Expo, Family Vacations, Thai Swag, Urban Cognitive, and Claire's Blush, and Accra City Hotel, of course. It's been another wonderful episode. Please do well to go on our social media at Family Morning GH or Family Social GH on all social media platforms, or on YouTube at FamilyTube GH. Please make sure to push the hashtag. What was it again? Be kind to
Be
yourself.
kind to yourself.
be kind to yourself.
Yes.
Be kind to yourself, and let us interact. Let us engage with each other, and of course you can go onto our website at www.familytvghana.com, where we have information on Family Depot, Family Cakes. So Family Cakes is basically a sneaker shop, or a shoe shop, right? But the thing I love buying from there the most is sneakers. Are you a sneakerhead?
Oh, of course.
Really?
Yeah, sneakers are like, okay, I don't know for ladies, but maybe not for guys, but for me, sneakers define who I am. Sneakers.
Wow,
They define who I am.
That's a lot of responsibility
Yeah.
for a shoe.
Yeah, it's a lot of responsibility because the outfit is nothing without the shoe. And I don't know, I just feel like it's incomplete. You could have a,
It's not that deep.
it goes deep because the shoe
It's not that
puts
deep.
everything together. The shoe literally carries you, literally.
Okay. Yeah.
carries
Okay. Yeah.
you.
That's a point. That's a
So,
point.
yes.
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. I mean, I wouldn't say like it. I think it's an important part of the outfit, but I don't tend to put like so much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I won't plan an outfit around the shoe, right? I'd rather like try and just see which shoe would go. Wow, you're looking at me like you disagree very strongly.
I'm opposite. I plan all outfits around the shoe. Every outfit I
How?
buy has to match with the shoes I have at home. It
Why
has
don't
to
you
be
just
able
have
to go.
black shoe, white shoe? Then Charlie, it goes with everything. So you
Okay,
just.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I've
just manage
expanded
it.
my range.
Hey, we are sorry, but.
You know, now it's brown shoe. Now it's black and white shoe with some gray. So I'm trying to, because these things, they define who, as I said, they define who I am.
Wonderful.
You know.
So what are your shoes saying today?
Today they're just saying, hey, go out there and stomp on any problem that's in your way. See, and literally go and stomp on them because shoes carry me. Shoes carry you, literally and figuratively. Shoes are.
Oh man, I never
Everything.
thought I would hear anybody like really expand on like why shoes are necessary. Like you literally plan your. I
They're
can
very
tell.
necessary.
I can literally tell you plan your outfits around your shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, if you go on our website, you see so many things, so many shoes that you can pick from at Family Cakes. But also on Family Depot, you can shop if you're like me and the clothes you are actually wearing that are covering you. You know, that's your focus, something like that.
Exactly.
You can go to Family Depot, which is the shop in your pocket, right? It's been lovely.
It's been lovely.
Today has been quite a lovely episode. I'm your host as usual, Eugenia Kekeli.
And I am Kojo Carl.
This has been Family Morning, and it's a fresh day. Have a lovely day.